How's it going, mates? This is Mrjacharles, and we're back with Wattpad. The Wattpad stories, Wattpad tales. Previously, I just left the Audacity open so there. Alright, previously, we read a story about some wolves. I want to try and remember the name of it, but I have completely forgotten it, which isn't really good. It was the one with the girl was sold to wolves or something, but we only read the prologue where, the guy was looking at all these lovely female wolves he could have, like all hundreds of them, and he didn't want any of them, so there you go. Now we're going to try another subject. Now, I'd love to do horror. That's what I'm looking forward to. But we have just done paranormal, and as much as, there was nothing horrific about that, I kind of want to try something else first. So we're going to do humor, because I want to see what kind of laughing stocks I can get out of this site. Alright, mermaids and the vampires who love them is the number one. My eyes went straight to that because I saw mermaids and I was like, what the fuck? Hey, it's meant to be humorous, so that actually sells well. All good things, that is like a tragedy. The girl he never noticed, that also sounds... All of these don't sound humorous. Lava Cat sounds humorous. I'm kind of tempted to read that. Sex and Death in Skeleton City? Well, that's very nice. Very, very attractive. Alright, what else have we got? I kind of think I'm settled on Lava Cat, to be honest. I want to hear about Lava Cat. The General, knowing Xavier Hunt. Beach Baby. Laura Jade Madden is an 18-year-old single mother. Alright, good for her. It's alright, I want something properly... I want something I know I will like. And I know I will like Lava Cat. His Nerd Next Door, The Brothers and Their Crazy Sister. Oh, that one's an anime. Okay, but there's no... to be fair, look, Trust Me looks very humorous. It looks like one of those old Michael McIntyre sketches. But no, I'm doing Lava Cat. Lava Cat... Oh, even better, is a cruise ship of Lava Cats. So, let me understand. Oh, it's a paid story. Okay, but there's a free review. That's fine. I'm going to do that if I can. If I can't, I'm going to be actually devastated. It's only a 2.5 hour read as well. I'm not saying, again, it's not the kind of thing I'd go for. I'm more of a literature, the classics kind of guy when I'm reading. But, well, I mean, if it's a short one, I might end up finishing it. All right, cool. Let's see what the description says here. Oh, I'm going to have to come up with music other than fucking Oblivion now, though, aren't I? Great. When luxury cruise liner the Silver Queen finds giant parasitic saber-tooths on board... Okay, I didn't know they were parasitic. It's up to the captain's son to save both the ship and all of humankind. Well, that doesn't sound very funny. 16-year-old Ida Miller thinks his summer aboard his dad's Alaskan cruise ship is going to be a boring... But when the... Oh, I thought that was an A there, never mind. But when the ship comes across a lifeless vessel and they are forced to rescue the lone bloody survivor, things turn from boring to deadly. First, the sea begins to boil beneath the ship, people start turning up dead, and then Iden finds massive bloody paw prints on deck. Something has awakened beneath the boiling sea and released monsters. Giant parasitic saber-tooths. They have been extinct from the earth for centuries. They've come out of the sea, onto the Silver Queen, and they are hungry for blood. But, okay, how does this have humor in it? It doesn't sound very humorous. It sounds more like, people are gonna die. Sounds like I've got my horror even though, well, it's... I selected humor. Is humor in the tag somewhere? No. Why did I get this then? Alright, whatever. Well, can I have the free preview? Alright, cool. Introducing paid stories. Yeah, look, I just want to look at them. No, go away. I don't care. How long? Oh, it's only 4 minutes. Right. How far can I go? Oh, okay, I've got 11 3 parts. Okay, that's cool. Well, I can at least get through 1, maybe 2 chapters and see what it's like. Alright, 1. The ship would sink. Dr. Troyer knew that with certainty. The heat that made the sweat stream from his pores and seared his nostrils told him that much. The magma would melt away the Hydra's hull like butter. It was their own fault. They'd come to the ice to dig, and dig they did. What they uncovered beneath it, an ancient volcanic vent, was hell-bent on their destruction. Ironic that the research Icebreaker's undoing would be fire. The heat had already taken the lives of most of the souls on board. It would come for him eventually, but the 43-year-old paleontologist couldn't worry about that now. Yes, that danger would come, but the fire wasn't the only thing they woke from beneath the ice. A great danger was stalking him through the bowels of the Hydra, an ancient threat with a thirst for blood and the stench of Troya's fear in its nostrils. As silently as he could, Troya raced down the dark, smoke-filled hallway. His lungs twitched, a cough tickling his throat, demanding relief, but he didn't care. They'd hear it. He could barely see through the stinging in his eyes, but he knew the Hydra like he knew his own home. He'd lived there for over a year now. He knew the galley wasn't far. But that wasn't the question. The question that frightened him was how far behind was the creature? And more worrisome still, where were the others? Alright, I would try and rip this to shreds, but it's actually really fucking good. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to find a good story. Let's keep going. They'd uncovered 5 over the course of their dig. 5 of the most impressive and complete specimens Troya had ever seen. Not just treasures for his own career, but indeed for the entire academic community. Okay, that's a bit cliche, but hey, it's still brilliant. I still like this. Stupid now, the dollar signs and stars he'd had in his eyes the first time he'd seen them. That hippie lunatic Melvin, oh fucking Melvin, the marine biologist who bullied his way on board, raving about sharks that came back from the dead, had warned him this would happen. Okay, do they have like little tombstones along the sandbank? And they like raise a little fin out from the sand. I'm just curious, you know. Do you have like little like shark priests as well that wear the collar? Okay, I'll stop being an idiot. He wondered if Melvin had managed to get away in the chaos. He'd been running for the bridge the last Troy had seen him. If only Troy had listened to the raving ponytailed scientist when he'd had the chance. He would give up everything he owned now, his reputation, the career he spent decades crafting, if he could send the creatures back to the icy prison he'd freed them from. A feral hiss, a guttural spit from deep inside a cavernous throat, echoed down the hallway. Time was running out. Frantically, Troya ran his hands along the wall. The smoke was too thick to see through now, and felt the seam on the galley door. Relief swelled in his chest, and he found the handle, flinging the door open and closing it tight behind him. Inside, the smoke was thinner. The crew's half-eaten dinner of canned ravioli spilled across the tabletops. Utensils scattered across the floor, and blood-thick globs of congealed dark red stained everything. But the bodies... Troy swallowed the bile burning the back of his tongue. The bodies were gone. Well, there's your Just Eat takeaway. Did somebody say bloody corpses? The muffled bellow of the creature sounded through the door. It was out there, searching. Troy peeked through the round kitchen window and saw it, the glint of its ivory man-shredders, gold in the light of the flames. It swished its head from side to side, furious to have lost its prey. It wouldn't take long for it to figure out which way he'd gone. Troy picked his way over the gory mess to the back of the kitchen where he saw it, the reason he'd run to the galley beckoning him to safety. The walk-in fridge. Alright, cool, he'd lock himself in. Not the first place I'd go, but hey, if this guy knows the galley that well, is he going to do an Indiana Jones? Is he going to get hit by like a massive tidal wave and be fine? Hide until the beast gave up the search. He'd deal with the fire later. Okay. Pretty sure the fire should be more the priority, because if the ship burns down, how's he gonna, get out the fridge? Isn't he gonna like boil like a potato in that fridge if the fire spreads to him? I don't know, maybe it's fire safe or something, I don't know. All that mattered now was hiding from those teeth, that ghastly fang smile that glinted for human flesh. Troy pushed aside the overturned table that stood between him and the fridge. A sound from behind him froze the blood in his veins, a deep rumbling purr like marbles falling through a wood chip. Sorry, okay. I'm going to pick up this as a flaw that I can actually say, yeah, this doesn't sound right. A deep rumbling purr like marbles running through a wood chipper. How am I meant to know what that sounds like? I've never actually tried putting marbles through a wood chipper. I'm not saying people don't do that, it just sounds a bit unusual. And I have like 7, 8 cats. Cats normally go or something like that when you look after them. That was actually a pretty good purr. But I imagine marbles going through a wood chipper, assuming they're like, the stone kind of ones, would probably make a bit more of a sharp noise than that. I'm just saying, I know you're trying to make it sound threatening, it just sounds a bit forced. I don't know, I'm just saying. One of them was inside. Troy glanced at the far corner where he'd sat and eaten his meals with Dr. White and Melvin and saw the ankles of a man poking out from the shadows. Dr. White. The legs jerked and there was a sickening sound of wet, the slurp of a giant tongue being sucked back inside a razored mouth. Troy closed his eyes, tears spilling down his cheeks, as the creature let out an explosive hiss. This was it. His discovery would be his end. And just before the creature's fangs tore into Troy's ribcage, before it added his blood to the smeared mess on the floor of the galley, before it feasted on the meat of his bones, Troy prayed the flames would devour the evil he and his team had unleashed, before it could feed on anyone else. Yeah, but we know there's at least like 1 million more chapters. What is there, like 23? Yep, there's 23 more chapters, so pretty sure it's going to be a bit of a nuisance going on there. Maybe one of the little kitty cats happened to find like another cruiser or something. I mean, I guess so. I'm guessing these people are dead and then we're going to be going to another cruiser and one of the cats just like paddle along in the ocean or something. Alright, cool. I actually really like the way Megan McIsaac writes. I'm not so sure about the idea though, that's all. It's kind of like a Snakes on a Plane kind of plot, except, you know, it's with saber-toothed tigers. Just seems a bit specific, and also, they're not exactly lava cats. I know they came from like they must come from like a volcano or something where they were covered or some shit, but like, I was expecting like a proper, like a cat throwing up lava or something, and I'd laugh as like, I don't know, someone lost their legs because the cat threw up a lava hairball. But you know, that's just me thinking I'd get something else. That was me judging a book by its cover, and I paid the price for that. No lava cats for me. Lava saber-tooths maybe, but that's a different thing altogether. Alright, what are the comments here? I kind of want to know, is there a comment for that one marble thing? Yeah, that one. I love there's 23 there, so this is looking really good. This gave me shivers. Okay. Good! Okay. People seem to like it, so maybe I'm just being an idiot here. I spent 5 mins on this, now you have to buy me ice cream. Alright, I think he's just trying to scam the author, to be honest. I'm dying from fright, this is haunting, I love it. Wow, great description. Is it though? Is it like... I'm just saying, look, maybe I'm not hip with the kids. Maybe like a marble straw wood chipper sounds like that. I just can't picture it in my head, that's all. But then I suppose if I'd written something like that line, I would have gone for something much more down to earth and boring. So hey, keep the wood chipper. I mean, it seems to be doing good for some people. Apparently it's very chilling to hear marbles go through a wood chipper. Man, what comments are there? Well, then there's someone leaving that. Great writing style. This is very good. Wow, what a way to start a story. Titanic moment. I like that one. Can I like it? Please, can I save it on my, like, can I make that my profile pic on Facebook? I can't like it or anything. I can mute Neckeye if I want to, but literally, I think that guy needs a bit of praise. You know what, Neckeye? I'm going to your Wattpad page, and I'm following you for that, just because that was so brilliant. Hopefully Melvin survived. Titanic. Okay, well, that wasn't as good. Thank you. How do I get coins? Alright. Pretty sure some people here are just interested in getting the coins, but that's fine. I'm not going to question that. I personally, again, I think it was actually, I agree it's very well written and stuff. I'm just not so sure on the plot. Again, I did say I'm more a classics reader, but to be honest, this I could see myself reading if I'd picked it in like a bookstore or something. It's just the main thing is I don't normally continue reading on Wattpad. It's not my kind of thing. I mean, it is only a 2.5 hour read, which may sound like a lot for some people, but I'm used to books that are like 25 hours long. I mean, I just finished The Witching Hour at like double speed, so that was 25 hours long. But yeah, no, I actually kind of like this. This was alright. So, you know what? Megan McIsaac, or McIsaac, or whatever your name is, good work there. Anyway, if you want to read the story for yourself and maybe go through more, you might need to pay a bit for, you know, unlocking that content there. There will be a link to the story. I was going to say the game, but this isn't a Let's Play. It feels like one, though. There'll be a link to the story in the description down below. Without further ado, subscribe channel. It's time. See ya!